everyone. I hope you are doing well. I had my second shot of COVID and had a little reaction, but I'm okay now. I hope all of you are slowly getting the shots and getting that protection. We're praying for you, as we always do. This weekend, I'm going to make a suggestion as to a possible Lenten practice. But to start out, the Word of God this weekend is full of dark moments. And obviously those who operate in the dark, behave in the dark, want to stay in the dark. And we see our friend Nicodemus, a friend of Jesus, but not a great friend to the extent that he could see Jesus in public. It was always in dark. And then we have Cyrus, who lived in a country where there was a captivity, slavery. The Israeli people were under the captivity of their oppressors. So we have an image today of light in that darkness. And one of the difficulties is the light is not a sense of I gotcha. The light is a sense of I love you. The light of God does not shine on our dark secrets in order to catch us. The light of God is there to bring freedom, to lift from us shame and blame, those behaviors that we are trying to overcome. My selfishness, my greed, my outbursts of anger and impatience, my sexism, my racism. So this is a great light that God gives us. And that light, may I suggest, is something that all of us have. Yes, we all have it. It comes from our baptism. And like Cyrus, who was not Abraham, he was not a Moses. In fact, he wasn't even a believer. He was a pagan general. And yet it was through God's inspiration that Cyrus was able to free the Israelites from Babylon. So why cannot we consider ourselves, as St. Paul says, God's handiwork? God's handiwork. And may I suggest a practical way and a doable way that we can be God's handiwork. Just the other day, Archbishop Vigneron announced that people are welcome and are expected to attend Mass again as the COVID shots are beginning distributed, as the rate of the COVID disease is going down. Church attendance is expected. And here's what I'm going to suggest. Is it possible that there's someone in your life who you would like to encourage? Not just to come back to church and to receive the Eucharist again, but also to encounter Christ in reconciliation. That's right. Now, where do you get the knowledge, or where do you get the inspiration? Well, first of all, as St. Paul reminds us, it's not us. we have nothing to do with how God shapes us and creates us and initiates us as his handiwork. We just do it. So I'm going to suggest to you that you could consider, is there someone in my life that I deliberately want to encourage to come to the Lord for pardon, for freedom, for light from that darkness, and also to rejoin the family at the table of the Lord? As I finish today, I just want us to be aware that God's mission only is accomplished by people like you and I. And not to worry about how we're going to do it. It's God's handiwork. It's not my handiwork. It's not my creativity. It's God's. And all I have to do is trust it. So let's trust each other and trust the possibility that there's someone in my life who is waiting for me to encounter them and invite them back to the table of the Lord and to the healing presence of Jesus. Have a great Lent, and I'll be praying for you. And please pray for me. Thank you.